Sue Fries, and some of you have followed along on the story of the God Dream, and some of you, this is brand new. And this is the God Dream house, and there is no question in my mind, in my heart, or anybody that's been following along and seeing how God has just intervened to make this happen. It's pretty amazing, actually. And so I'm going to be telling you the story, and it's just amazing. What can I say? So we're going to take a little tour right now because I just want you to see, and I'm going to give you a little bit of background on what's going on. All right? It is now December of 2017, and I thought that we would be restored and ready to go around August, at the latest September. But that isn't what happened because my contractor just disappeared. He got sick, and then he just became silent. And so I've learned a good lesson there, and if you want to know more about that, that's another story for another day. Anyway, during this process, I went around and I figured out what I thought I wanted to have done here. Things that I could live with for right now, and things that needed to be changed just to be more efficient and better for what is to happen. This house, we call it the ministry house, and this house is going to be for mother and child or children, and it's going to get them to have a second chance to get back up on their feet again. And it's something that's been on my heart that the Lord planted when I was like 10 or 12 years old, and it's never left. No matter what, it hasn't left. And so here we are, years and years and years later, where everything that's happened up to this point in my life has got me to where we are right now, and it's been God intervening every step of the way. So if you look to the left, I'm going to tell you a little story about this corner. There used to be this ugly planter here, and it had tile on it and whatnot, and I thought, can I live with that? I don't know what's inside, I don't know what's there. There was dirt in there and whatnot. Can I live with it? Well, yeah, maybe, but it had pink tile, and I'm not a pink person. So I painted the pink. Well, in the interim, my contractor, I had mentioned that I thought I might want to get rid of it, and other people that have been involved in this said, yes, get rid of it. But I hadn't made that decision yet. One day, the contractor's worker was here and didn't know what to do. And so because he had overheard the discussion, he thought he would take it upon himself to knock that down. In the meantime, I had come up with a plan to buy this waterfall. And this waterfall was going to go in the planter, and we were going to make it work. Well, the guy didn't understand that, so there's a lesson in communication, right? And I come in, I walk in, and it's gone. So now it's like dilemma. What do we do with that? This floor is in perfect shape, but now what do I do? I don't know. Maybe you can come up with an idea. Keep in touch with me so we can figure this out. But anyway, so the waterfall is we're gonna have a little water. It's gonna be great. Another time I walked in, and the contractor, there is a jukebox under there, and I don't wanna undo it right now because we're getting ready to do a fume today. But there's a jukebox, and when I was purchasing this house, one of my criteria, or one of my deciding factors is whether they were going to allow me to have the jukebox or not. That might sound silly to some, but I felt it was really cool. And come to find out later, as we were working and cleaning and painting and whatnot, we found out that the thing works. Now that's a bonus. We didn't know it was going to work, but it works. You need 10 cents. Do you remember what that is, 10 cents? You need to put 10 cents in, and they have those vinyl records that it actually has a needle, and it plays. Now some of you know what I'm talking about, and some of you don't. Anyway, it's pretty fun. Then we went on and found out that it's worth about $2,000. So how about that? So here we go here, and this had carpet, like this carpet here. Matt, if you just wheel over to the stairs, you'll see the white and blue. Well, here it had the blue and white also, but it was really, really badly dirty, stained, and we couldn't keep it. So we tore it out, and now we're trying to figure out how to do something here that's not going to look so afterthought-ish. So we have this tile, we have an octagon tile. We could put carpet, but we want to make it easy to clean, easy to function. And so we're going to do a tile or a vinyl that looks like wood, something like that. So let's just walk this way. The rooms are very spacious, which will accommodate many people. There's going to be 3, 4 families here. There's 4 bedroom, 4 bath. And so this is like the family room area, and it even has a fireplace, which is so great. It has a deck that's not safe, so the deck's going to have to come out, And I'm looking for opportunities for somebody to come forward and say, I'd love to help you with that. I'm hoping that happens soon. So that's this. This had an ugly blue tile, and I had the contractor, before he split on me, I had him put this on the cabinetry that was already here because it's in pretty good shape. So all we did was just change this, and then we're going to put a backsplash there and paint, and we'll make it really nice. The kitchen is the biggest thing that we've done so far. The kitchen, we've actually changed it. This used to be right here where the refrigerator was, and what we decided to do was make it a pantry and move the refrigerator over to there. So that's what we've done, is we've changed the water to be over there for the refrigerator, and this is going to be a pantry. And then we put new cabinetry in here because the cabinetry was really, really bad. And you could see that it was down to here, so you couldn't even put appliances in here. They wouldn't fit. So things have changed since the time this was custom built. We put the quartz in. I had the sink, the washer, the stove, the microwave, and the refrigerator donated to this. It cost us nothing because I was at a garage sale. I'm at the garage sale. I loved a garage sale. It's so much fun. Treasure hunting. And there was a microwave. And I said to the lady, how much? She said $50. I said, that's great. I'll take it. And I said, you know, this is going to be so great because I'm involved in this ministry house for women, mothers with children. And I'm needing all the appliances. So $50 for that is not bad. She goes, honey, she says, when you get ready, how far along are you? And this is before the kitchen was even redone yet. And I said, well, I don't really know. I think like within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm going to need it. She goes, here's my number, here's my name. Give me a call when you're ready. So 2 weeks later, I give this lady a call. And I said, hi, remember me? I'm the lady, da-da-da-da-da. And she goes, oh, yeah, I remember you. And she told me her story. Her husband, it was her husband's business, and her husband's ill with cancer. So she's taking care of her husband, but also she's been thrown into handling and managing this business, and it's a very large business. So anyway, I call her up, and she recognized me, and she goes, so what do you need? And I said, well, you don't know if you don't ask. That's what the Lord says. Don't ask. You know, you don't know if you don't ask. And ask and you shall, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. Ask and it will be given to you. And so I asked. I said, I need a refrigerator, a dishwasher, a stove, a sink. And she says, okay, what do you want? Do you want stainless steel? What do you want? I said, oh my gosh. I said, I think I want white. She said, okay. And so she goes, how soon? I said, 2 weeks. She says, okay, we will go through and we'll figure out what we have, and then you call me when you're ready to come pick it up. And 2 weeks later, my son was here, and we had a flatbed, and we drove over there and picked up all of this. So that's God's hand, just one thing on God's hand. We will be, you're seeing this in stages, we're going to be putting this up here, and won't that look great? I don't know how to do it, but we'll find somebody that does. Okay, so I don't know about you, but the kitchen seems to be where everybody kind of comes together and gathers. So what we did here was we opened this up. It used to be just a little tiny window, and I thought the view is there, and cameraman, if you can come over, you'll see the view from the kitchen. And so when you're in the, you know, washing the dishes and doing those things, this is the view that you're going to see out your window. So it's like amazing view. It's just the most beautiful view, and the lake is that way over there. Anyway, so I opened this up so that there would be more of the view because the view is just absolutely gorgeous. All right, and so we're moving right along, and there's this hallway, which is a hallway. And then there's a step down, which I wish wasn't here. There's a bathroom, a shower, a bedroom, and then we are looking at this as the utility room, but it also could be an office. And so we're looking at that. It has a separate entrance, and so this could be that. And then we have the garage right off of here. So that's what we have here. And we talked about putting the washer and dryer out in the garage so that we have more space here, which we'll probably do. And the water heater, we talked about getting a tankless water heater. So this is kind of like a flipping of a house when you think about it like that. We're trying to updo it, make it functional. not put a lot of money into it, but make it work. And, you know, obviously we want to be good stewards with our money. And since this is going to be for ministry, I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of how can we house the people, make them comfortable. They have to have a washer and dryer and wash their kids' clothes and their clothes. And I just want to make it functional for them, comfortable for them, so that they can start their life over. It's like a new start. And I'm very excited about that. So that's it down here. Oh, and my toilets, amazing. Here's another one for you. I have a condominium. And in my condo, here, I'm gonna get this jingle to stop. Come here, Tobe, come here, come here. You're just jingling way too much. You come here. Okay, so this is Toby, and this is Missy. Anyway, so I get this notification right after I purchased this, which is a whole story in itself, and I'll tell you a little bit about that whole God thing. Anyway, so I get this little postcard saying retrofitting of toilets, and my toilets were, I had already done that, and I had bought new toilets. So what I did was I said, gosh, can I still do this? And I called the guy, and he's going to come out, and he's going to replace my toilets for better efficiency, to be more energy saving. So I said, what do you do with the old toilets? And he goes, well, we just take them to the dump or have somebody come pick them up. I said, is it possible for me to keep those? And he said, sure. I said, wonderful. So he took the box of the new toilet, he took out the old toilet and put it in the box, and took the new one and put it in my condo. And guess what? I took those 3 toilets, and they are the new toilets for this place. So how about that for a God thing? That's so exciting, isn't it? Those are just some of the things. It's pretty amazing. So, Matt, I want you to just take a picture from this window so you can get a view, and I want to show the deck out there if you can. I just want to show the condition of this deck. It's not in good condition. In fact, I have a sign saying don't step on it. I don't want it to break. And there's one upstairs that's even worse if you even went up with the camera up above you there. And I think they have a beehive inside of there, and it's just destroyed. And that could be termite damage, could be bee damage, or could be honey inside there, could be all kinds of things. I came here once and there was bees flying in and out of the inside of there. So I know it's not stable. So the integrity has been compromised, and so we want to make sure that it's taken care of. Now that's going to be a huge expense. I'm not looking forward to that, and I've already had a couple bids. I'm thinking I'm going to not do wood, and I'm going to do concrete just to save money in the long run, and then use Trex or whatever. So the view from here is amazing. It's amazing. And talking to some of the locals, they said that they used to come out here and ride their motorcycles. There's a motorcycle trail, and it goes, those houses back there weren't there, and they used, this was their motorcycle track, as they say. And there's still people that come through here, and I'm a little concerned about that. But anyway, so it's pretty exciting. But the land, there's acreage here. It's not just a house, there's acreage here. And the original dream was to have a horse ranch. But the dirt here is not really feasible, but yet you could have, and it's zoned for pigs, goats, horses, even as stables. So that's pretty exciting too, because that was the God dream, is to have it like a ranch. So we're gonna go upstairs, and I just wanna, there's not much to go over other than my son and my daughter's boyfriend and my daughter came here over a weekend, and we spent the whole weekend painting. And it was just really kind of nice to be able to do that. The other thing is the furniture. The furniture, like this, I got for $100. All this furniture with the mattresses, they're like brand new, and it cost me $100 at a garage sale. So pretty exciting. Some were a little more money, but this one right here is really nice, and it was $100. So I can picture, you know, a mom and maybe one child staying in here, and they've got each bedroom has its own bathroom, which is so superb. So here is another bed, and this bed is a trundle bed, and it pulls out, so it makes it where you have a little room in your bedroom, and each one has a closet, each one has a bathroom, so it's really workable. And this is the master. Now there's some changes we're going to do with this, but for right now, I have the caution, do not enter. That's that deck from, that's just not worth standing on. But in here, at another garage sale just this last Sunday, I found a bunk bed that is the same wood as this, and I purchased it, and we're going to pick it up this next weekend. And it's a bunk bed. It has a full bed on the bottom and then a twin on the top. Same wood, so it's going to go right over there. So pretty excited about that, because that's maybe 3 kids and a mom. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. God knows. God knows who's going to be staying here and get to enjoy this house of ministry and new beginnings. It's got a nice closet. The bathroom needs to be redone. We've done some work already, but we still got more to go. More to go. We don't have bedding yet. I'm still looking for bedding. So if anybody has bedding, we need bedding and towels and blankets, all of those things we still need. And then the kitchen to equip it with plates and silverware. Actually, I was just at a garage sale, and the lady, when I walked in, knowing what I'm doing, she says, "Do you want the silverware? We'll give it to you." So she donated the silverware. So now we have silverware. And it's just so wonderful. The people that just want to help. I love it. It's just such a heartwarming thing. You're being a good boy. Yeah, you're being a good boy. So we have fumigators coming today. And fumigation is to get rid of the termites, and we're gonna film that because it's very interesting, and a lot of people don't understand what's involved when it comes to fumigation. So we want to educate, and this is a journey we're having with this house, and I just want you to join in on the journey. And if there's ever been a question on whether there really is a God, man, there's no question. My whole life has been just one miracle after another, and there's no explanation other than God. So I just want to share all of that with you. And God created you for a purpose, and I just want you to understand that you really, really, really need to devote time and effort to know what your purpose is and to fulfill that purpose on this earth, because if you don't, you're going to sell yourself short. You're definitely not going to fulfill what God created you for, and you're just going to leave this place maybe not feeling as fulfilled as you could. And why would anybody want to not get the most out of every minute? I would never understand that in a million years. So I think that's it for this. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about this. Trying to decide whether we should paint this oak or leave it oak. We got to paint. We're going to be painting all of this and looking at the electrical to see what we need to do to change it to make it look better. I like the tile because I think it's easier to clean, and it's just less allergy. There's less allergies when you can keep everything just washed down. So I think that's about it for now. So here I am sitting in this God dream house, 4-bedroom, 4-bath, acreage, garage, room to expand, room to grow. Who knows the next step? God does, God does, God knows. I just am kind of like doing what I can, and He's going to fill in the gap. He's going to do all those things, because this is way bigger than Sue Fries. This is way bigger than me. So it has to be God. And he's happy about that. I know He's pleased with that, because there's no way I can take credit for any of this. I don't want to. This is God and God's people who want to come together and make this happen because they believe in it too, and they have a passion to help other people. Pretty amazing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story of how this came to be. Way back when, okay, rewind, 10, 12, okay, it enters my mind, and then it's in the background of my mind. And it's supposed to be a horse ranch. It's supposed to be a horse ranch to help children. You know, there's other ministries out there that are doing this. It's not my invention. But this is a little different. So then I get in this horse accident. I'm like, okay, God, did you change your dream for me? Because now I had this accident. Everybody doesn't want me to have a horse, doesn't want me on a horse. They don't want me to have anything to do with a horse because I have a metal plate and 10 pins in my right leg, and I had a fractured back from a horse. So Am I crazy that I still want to be involved in a horse ranch? I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't think I'm crazy. But what's supposed to happen next? Okay, I have some land now, and it's going to be used for ministry. How? I don't know. It's really not horse land, but we'll see what happens. Maybe it's an alpaca farm. I don't know. I just know it's going to be used for God's glory, and it's going to help mothers with children. I know that. I just have that in my heart. I have that. I just know that's true. So how did this happen? I was searching for a house after a lot of life things that happened, and I'm looking for a house, and I can live wherever I want. Looking at the positive side of things, I can live wherever I want. Wow, where do I want to live? And then, if you've heard of Trulia or Redfin, they're programs that you can get in the real estate market where when something comes up for sale, the MLS or MSLS, whatever it is, they go on this site. And Trulia and Redfin blast these things out. You can go on there and you can put criteria. You can put what your parameters are. How many bedrooms do you want? How much acreage do you want? Do you want a pool? Do you not want a pool? Square footage? Where? All of these things. You stick in your want or wish list, and then it will feed you the houses that reach that criteria. So I was already done with this. I was already finding it, and I was all done with this, and all of a sudden this house comes on the market. The price was really good, and I'm like, I gotta go see that. Now, I don't know why. I was so pulled to come here, but I'm like, I gotta go see it. So I did. I came up here, I saw it. It's right after the rain, so all the land was green with poppies. It was beautiful, very gorgeous. And I thought, wow. So I put an offer on it. I'm like, okay, called the bank, yeah, finance, the interest rate was good, the price was right. I could almost visually see the kids and the moms in here, and I'm like, okay, I have some work to do, but that's okay. It's a God dream. So I got it in escrow. Put it in escrow, I was accepted. They accepted my offer after a little back and forth, and it went for higher than what I wanted. And so then I did research on the water easement and being on a septic tank, and I had to learn all there was about the property so that I could be a good steward with the money and be a wise purchaser. And in that, I realized that I might be overpaying for this property. So at the very end, something else came up, and I thought, you know what? I think I need to back out because I don't think that this, for the price, I don't think it's good. So I backed out. I was so depressed when I backed out. I was depressed. Everybody noticed how depressed I was because the God dream was not a God dream anymore. It kind of fizzled, and I'm thinking, gosh, God, why would you do that if that's going to happen? So a month went by. I canceled that. I was still looking for other places, and nothing was coming up. And a month and a half goes by, and my realtor calls up and said, you still interested in that house? I said, I thought it was long gone. I thought it already sold. And he goes, well, the other people fell through, so now the buyers are interested in talking to you again. I said, at what price? And he told me, and I said, look, if you can get this down to the original price, then I'm in. And he goes, oh, okay. So a week went by, 2 weeks went by, nothing. And then he calls. He says, okay, Sue, here's where we're at. I got it at blah, 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 and it was $5,000 over what we had agreed to. And I said, no, in order for me to realize it's a God thing, then God's got to make this happen, and it's got to be this price. He goes, Sue, I got it in the range. I said, no, there's a $5,000 difference. And I said, hold on. So I just called my bank. I called the bank and I said, did you already get rid of all the paperwork? Because there's a lot that goes into getting the loan. I said, did you already throw all that away? Oh, got to take a break because the fumigator is here. But don't stop. Don't stop. So, one more thing in the journey. That's what that is. So I called the bank. And I said, hey, Mark, I said, did you throw away the paperwork for the loan? And he goes, no, I still have it. I said, all right, give me the news. What's the interest rate now? Because it's been like a month and a half, 2 months. Has the interest rate gone up or down? He goes, oh, Sue, I got bad news for you. And I'm like, what? He goes, it's gone down. I went, why is that bad news? I said, all right, here you go. Here's what I need to know, Mark. Based on the interest rate now being less than it was before, would that equate to $5,000 of savings? Because if so, then I did accomplish the goal, or God did, of getting it at the price that I said I would do it because I'd know it would be God. And guess what? It was almost to the penny, $5,000 savings in the interest rates that decreased. Isn't that something? I mean, that's like so crazy. So I said, okay, thank you so much, Mark. We're going to go with this. Go ahead and start this process. I called the real estate agent back and I said, hey, guess what, Rob? Let's go for it. And so that's how this started. So I took ownership, escrow closed, and I took ownership on June 1st, I believe. I'm not sure exactly, but around there. And now we're in December, so it's been 6 months, and I still don't have this thing with people in it, which is sad. And I know that there's a reason why. You can only control what you can control. That's something I've learned over my many, many, many years on this earth, is that, you know, you do the best you can with what you have, and you just deal with what you can.
You know what I need when I'm feeling down? You have a way of turning things all around. Somehow, I wonder how you do it when I just can't take it all anymore. Here you come knocking at my front door. I'm sure you have a way to solve this. What would I do if I didn't have you? You make my day. You put a smile on my face. That's just your way. There's nothing more